Hey guys, Jeff Ryan here. I've been having a blast with the dune buggy there. I finished it last week with the screw post, and I just wanted to give you a heads up that they hold firm now. The screw isn't going to rattle loose or anything with that. They hold very, very, very good. They came out really good. So I'm pleased as punch with that. That aluminite that we put in the screw post there, I had to re-tap them and re-drill them, but it's like new plastic on the inside of the screw post. It's just absolutely, absolutely wonderful way to repair a screw post. All right, we have a ton of stuff to get to today. There's a nasty looking chassis. We'll get into that in just a bit. Another thing I want to get to, there's a couple of Firebirds there. Another thing I want to get to, and I asked you guys last time on the video, what in the world can we do with the ice cream truck? We know it's an Auto World. It doesn't have a back bumper. We got the glass for it. We have the stickers or the decals for it, and we have the front bumper. What do we want to do with it? Do we want to try to put a bumper on there, like take a mold of this or something? You know, what can we do with that? You know, I just don't know. I just don't know. Do we make it look like an ice cream truck? Fine. Or do we do something special with it? I don't know what direction to go in there. So guys, let me know on that. Let me know on that. Before we get into the Firebirds here, I've had a number of questions through the years about this case right here. This case that I keep the slot cars in, let me close it for you. It's wood and everything, it's very hard. It's a VM Nutri Food Inc. What the heck is that? That's an old vitamin company. The doctor I work for had a vitamin representative, and he would bring this case around, and it had vitamin samples in it. Well, he had left it at the office, and one thing led to another, and my doctor I was working for, he threw it away. He just threw it away, and I thought, might be good for slot cars. So that's how I got this case here. There's probably other cases out there like this, but I just love it. And what's interesting is it doesn't fit all the slot cars. Like the trucks with the wider wheels, I literally had to bend these little pieces apart to get them in there. So that's where that bugger came from. And another thing I want to address really quick, you guys know that I've said this a number of times on the videos that I try to collect the ones that have the slot cars that don't have any factory accents on them. Let me explain that a little further. All right, very good. Here's a couple of examples what I mean by no factory accents. Let's take the Cheetah to start off with. You see the orange one? That one came with a piece of track often, and there's a ton of them. There's a ton of the orange Cheetahs that don't have any accents. But the accents are, you see the silver on the hood, the headlights and everything on the yellow one there. Nothing like that on the orange one whatsoever. Now here's interesting, the Firebirds. Well, I don't see any factory accents on either one of them. Yeah, no, I know it. They're on the side though. They're on the side. You see the stripe down there at the bottom? And then what is it, the little vent things, and the door handle, I'm sure should have had some silver on it. And this one, nothing whatsoever. So even though at first, hey, they look the same, when you really check and you start seeing the accents on the side there's a difference. Now look at the Mako Shark. You can just immediately see the white one has got the silver accents from Aurora on the hood there, right? And it should have it on the side there. Yeah, it does. It does. But the orange one doesn't. Nowhere. And I tell you what, as far as trying to find an orange one or a brown one that doesn't have any factory accents on it, that's not easy, guys. That's not easy. Here's another example. The AC Cobra. Look at the carpet there, right? That's the blue, the seats, and all that stuff. Nothing there on the green one. Nothing there on the green one. Absolutely no accents whatsoever. And here's an easy one to see the difference in. The red one has got all the flowers on it and everything. It's got the lights in the front and in the back and everything. And look at the yellow. Not a darn factory accent on it whatsoever. So that's what I mean, guys, when I say, hey, I love the ones that don't have any factory accents. They don't have anything sprayed on them from Aurora. And I know they did that for a reason. They did it because if you have like a blank slate and you want to paint it up, they're providing it for you. They're providing it for you. So that's the deal on the factory accents, guys. All right, before we get to the Firebirds there, boy, they look good. Boy, they look good. I do want to address the chassis. You can find chassis on eBay for a very nominal price. They don't have to go for 25, 35 bucks. They don't have to. A lot of them do. I'm going to go inside. I'm going to go show you how to get not only a chassis, but like a slot car or slot cars for a very reasonable price. It's kind of a, I don't want to say an eBay hack, you know, using an overused term there, but it's a way to find things that are priced lower. Let me go ahead and show you. I'll go inside. All right, good. Here we are. We're on a eBay page, and I'm searching for Aurora slot cars. Now, up here, right here, it says the, you know, when you sort by things, and it comes up in the highest, with shipping the highest price first. And you can see this is where all the big boys have their overpriced slot cars. I mean, can you imagine spending $15,000 on slot cars, and what does he give you, 125? So that's going to be like $125 a piece, and it looks like a bunch of common stuff. I mean, just well overpriced. They're so overpriced here, nobody's even watching them. No one's even watching them. You know what I mean? It's just like so overpriced here. Look at these things, you know? Incredible. I can't imagine coming home and saying, hey, I just spent $2,000 on a slot car. Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous, the prices they got on some of these. So here's the secret, guys. Oh yeah, look at, to my point, here's, what, 3 of the Mako Sharks, orange. Look at the prices you got on them. Unreal prices. You try to find one that doesn't have any accents on it, then we'll talk. You know, unreal when you got the prices. Now here's the trick. Here is the trick. You see where it says the sort and the, you know, the price and all that? If you do this, and a lot of people know this, you go to the shipping the lowest first, okay? All right, now, when we got them sorted with the lowest shipping price and lowest price first, you'll see some slot cars here, and look at the prices. Look at the prices. They're very low. Pick any one of them. Here's a, what have we got, a Willys? Okay, now here's the trick. Here's the trick. Fine, we found them low, but here's what I want you guys to start doing. When my wife saw me do this, her jaw hit the floor because she didn't have presence of mind to do this, but it's a great way to find out if the seller has other items. And why are we checking their other items? Well, the one he's listing up here is listed very reasonably. So the thought process is, let's see if he has other items listed very reasonably. Now, because he have the slot car up here doesn't mean he's going to have a bunch of other slot cars. I've done this with people, and then you'll find a yo-yo collection, and you'll find frames and other things, and you just came across a slot car. But it looks like this gentleman, who is it? Bricks C28. Look at the prices: $3, $11, $6. So the hack here is when you find, or when you sort the lowest price first, and you find somebody that has what you're looking for, check to see what other items they have. It's as simple as that. Oh, and too funny. You guys seen pictures when people put dimes next to things? There's one guy particularly, Dime Guy. I don't know his name. I don't know the seller name. But Dime Guy, I love Dime Guy. Dime Guy will put a dime next to anything. He'll put a dime next to a dime if he's selling a dime. I mean, it just cracks me up. And the funny thing is every slot car or trade show I've been to, I've never had to whip out a dime and put it next to the part I need to see if it's the right size. Never had to do that. So anyways, I'm sorry I got off there. If you find like this Bricks C28, if you find that he's got reasonable prices on things, then check to see what else he has. So again, if you're searching the lowest price first and find something at a reasonable price, check what else they have. Now, to the going back to the point to where I was making earlier, the no factory accents. Well, that applies to not only the body itself, but look at the surfboards. Those are surfboards that never got painted there. And I've said this a number of times, but this turquoise El Camino here, turquoise one, it was a Aurora employees. He took it home and he must have liked it. It doesn't have anything on it. The roof, though, when I first got it, it was like there was a heavy box sitting on it for a few decades because it was really warped to one side. I got that straightened out, and it looks a whole lot better. So sometimes not just the body, but different parts. Now to that point, you see the wrecker here? It doesn't have any red stripe on the back there. Okay, fine. They missed that, but what's interesting about, let's say, the cab right there, they painted the inside of it black, but they didn't do any red accents on the outside. So I know that this the part back here that holds the boom, that's a separate piece. I get that, but they did get accents on the front of it. You know what I mean? So it's wild what Aurora did and didn't paint as far as the accents there. Tell you what, before we get to the Firebirds, to address the point I was making with the chassis there, when you find somebody, again, on eBay with low prices, check to see what else they got. This guy had a bunch of chassis selling one at a time, two at a time, that type of thing. And if they look horrible, they sell horrible. Now, what's the only thing that looks horrible on this? The wheels, right? The hubs, that's it. Tires are good. Gear plate looks good, right? Looks like the brushes are there, and it doesn't look like it's been over oiled. The shoes have got a little bit of wear, but a lot of life left on. So my whole point is yeah, things are expensive on eBay, or their asking price is for a lot of these things, but you can find good deals. Just find somebody who has a low price and check out to see what else they have. I know I did test the chassis. It does run. And it sounds pretty good, So you can't judge a book by the cover. The only thing the matter with this is the hubs, just the hubs. I've got the Molotov out. I'm going to use those on the hubs and refresh them real quick. After I get done doing that, I'll let that dry and we will get to the Firebirds. Just got the hubs refreshed with the Molotov. If I don't set it down, I'll start fussing with it. I'll screw up the paint. Okay, like I was telling you last video, guys, I want to do at least one more raffle, but I want these to be what's raffling off. Here's my idea. If you, again, $5 a ticket, enter as many times as you want. There'll be no names in the box this time. So here's the thing. There'll be 2 drawings. The first drawing, whoever wins the first drawing, you pick your color. You pick which one you want. The second person will get the one that the first person didn't choose. So it's easy as that. My email address, the PayPal me, all that stuff should be up on the screen. Once again, it's $5 a ticket. I'll put your name in the box and we'll do the drawing. Pardon me, guys. We'll do the drawing next week, but you get number one. Winner gets whichever one you want. You can't beat that, guys. For $5, you can't beat that. Again, enter as many times as you want. I will put every entry, every ticket, every $5 entry, I will put that into the box and we'll do a drawing. So once again, number one, you get to choose the color. Number two, I don't want to say you get the leftovers, but you get the one that wasn't chosen by number one. So again, $5, you can't beat that. And before we end off, guys, I'm looking for some help. Do we turn this thing into a dragster? Do we cut the back there and make it into a pickup truck? Give me some ideas. Do we put lights all in it? I don't know. Just give me some help with that. My book, it's up on Amazon, guys. If you haven't gotten it yet, the Christmas season, or the holiday season is still young. Try to get that. It's fun. It's a good read. It's an easy read. It's something after you start it, you don't want to put it down. I've heard that a number of times. So keep in mind about the Firebirds, guys. It's been well long enough. Just put the tires back on. Now look at that. It looks like it's a great chassis now. Just the hubs freshened up makes a big difference. All right, now we got to find a body for it, right? We got to find a body for it. All right, guys, I'm going to end off here. Once again, if you want a shot at the Firebirds, $5 per ticket goes to the PayPal, and that should get you entered in it. We will do the drawing next week. All right, guys, I had fun. Take care. See ya.